Aho. What? Oh, that's still on. Eh, there we are. Hi, hi. Hi, Ghost. How are you? I'm gonna be trying to do some sketches and practice my drawing a bit. And go for the head pats. So I've got clip here. I am a terrible artist. I am quite literally the worst artist. Wow, that's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted to happen. I'll put all this on once I've actually figured out how to make sure I don't overdo this. What? Why is it so big? Oh my goodness. It's too big. I'm doing okay. I have a friend over and I have a lot of stuff tomorrow. And honestly, I've been a bit stressed. I know the also with this model, I might actually end up pausing partway through stream to like do stuff because I know Speaker released updates to this model and I just haven't, and I've realized I should probably do that, but I didn't before stream, and I'm like, "Mm, I should have middled around on that and done stuff, you know. I figured out. So I should really fix this so it doesn't, but I'm not great with file stuff. Hmm. Yeah, it should be fine. I don't want it to be like too it's all too small, isn't it? I should put some music or something on. Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bit. Hmm. One moment. Actually, I should have a an audio track. I just need to double check something. I haven't done this in a while. I want to play music. I don't want to two versus track one. Hmm. I should be able to play music. I'll play it from Spirit City. Well, I don't want to do that. I want to disappear that for a second while I find this. What do you actually find? Why isn't it not? Yeah. Wow. So we got Spirit City in the background from music. Nice sounds. Let's try something nice with this, and then I'll do the other stuff. Let's put some nice sounds on. Sit over here. I can put that up, and then I can put the window capture ahead of it. I actually want it to be like just in the area where the art's going to happen. That way I can actually have that in the background. A little bit. Yeah, half-house mason might make a bit of noise. I was gonna do ASMR, but because I have people over, it's gonna be a bit noisy. And this is partly just a stream for me to relax a bit as well. Because I have a dental appointment tomorrow and I'm a bit stressed. I'm not gonna lie. A little stressy about it. So hopefully I can get some rest later tonight. But right now I want to do this. I'll do the brush. Let's get the layers. I'm gonna add layers on this. I actually haven't done this before. This is a thing. I'm not good with clip yet. I'm trying to learn. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I need to downscale this. I don't want that. I want to go... I don't have like a rotation detection on this. Don't think. For the mouse. I need to get my old thing back. I can just lower the scale of this to like 3. I want that to be bigger. And I want this to be small. Where do I find this? I don't like it being white. I want to change the background color to... I am awful at this, but let's see. No, I didn't mean for that. I want... Named sheet that. Where is it? Where's resize? Sup? How do I... Ah, there we go. Hi, Squid. No, that's okay. Don't apologize. It's alright. Ghost. This is really just so we can all just chill and I can hang out. I was gonna do ASMR, but because I have space over, I don't want to worry about this microphone sensitivity as much. So I've got my filter and everything on. Now, what should I base this around? Let me see. Hello. I forgot I missed the hello. Let's see. Can I actually use... to Haley. I said I'd try that. Need to figure out hair a bit. Oh. Try a different color for that. I don't want it like that. I don't want an additive. Maybe a bit lighter. Lower intensity on that. Thank you. You cute too. Hi, Dark Pass. I'm not sure. It's a little inspired from a few other things. This is more just me practicing drawing in general. As I'm not a very skilled artist or anything. This is more of me just doodling and practicing. It's not based on anything in particular, it's more of me just drawing from like some inspiration from like friends and other things. Trying to figure out where things aren't looking right and then going back over it and then matching it up. I'm gonna probably go back over it. I'm going to draw the behind, and I'm going to put the head ahead of that on a separate layer. So that guide's there. overhead of it's gonna be solid. Probably need a thick paint layer. Make out the face of it. And the head's gonna be. So the rear hair's there, and I'm gonna have to bring some more over the fore. That'll be the guy to use. I'm a terrible artist. I've never really done too much, except when I was very young. So this is more me just experimenting a bit. Think of the hydrate. Great questions up. This was going to be an ASMR stream, but because I have people over, staying for like next week or so, and it's a weird time, you know, we're all a bit stressed about things. I have a dental appointment in the morning that I have to go to, wisdom teeth surgery, so, there's a lot of yapping. One of my housemates has got an interview, for possible work in the morning too, or tomorrow, and so it's like a lot of yapping and staying up late and things, and so this is like as close to ASMR as I'm kind of gonna go for a night, because I know it's gonna be noisy. Yeah, my housemate's looking for a work interview. Let me see, can I actually fit this all? Yeah, here. On chat to be visual. Better. Even... Can I even... This is more of just a very vague, experimental thing, I guess. So the layer on top is gonna have more hair. A little bit less than that. That's really bad. I should really have a swatch of like the colors I'm using. But yeah, I'm too stupid for that. No, I want that hair to come down like about there on the lines, so it'll be like... Wait, it goes up like this. It's a bob that goes out maybe on that. like practice some traditional styles and eventually get to like doing some chibi models and some emotes at some point for me and for friends. Hey, if I get good enough with like little emotes, maybe I'll start making them for other people too. I don't want to be like that. This is not the line in it goes. It's more forward, so it wouldn't. It's gonna look awful for now, but I'm getting used to my motor skills effectively. My hand movements and curvature, brush strokes. Wasn't even thinking of it so much as a side job or anything. Maybe, but more as like, how to put it? Just something I might do occasionally. Yeah, maybe I'll end up doing it, but you know, seeing a few different friends do art and then everything. Because a lot of my friends that I know, like, and have done a lot with, like, in the last while, are like amazing artists, digital artists, modeling artists who do like their own like V-roid outfits, and then you got like New and Rain, Haley, and I'm sure there may be some stuff that people aren't exactly. Some of my friends don't exactly feel great around each other, but I respect them all and see them all as massive inspirations for like my own drive to do anything, really. I appreciate everybody. Even if my friends have disagreements between each other, I don't, you know, I don't see anyone as any less. Everyone has their own valid, you know, reasons to feel off about each other. The hair's awful. I need to redo that. Put it at 30. Redo that. Maybe 50 for that. Is there a tag I can put on that layer? Layer name. know what I want to do. Maybe I can be a bit more thick on the paint with this one. I don't want that. I want yeah, I'll do paint and apply, why not? See how that goes. Maybe. Oh, thank you for the follow! Sweet Lavender Pie. Sorry I missed that. Sorry that I missed that. I was a bit distracted. I am a terrible streamer. But, you know, maybe I'll get better in time. Maybe. No promises. No promises. I don't want this to be too big. Maybe 30? I think I want to make it more... yeah. Do I? No. Watercoloring. For sure. Thank you, Squid. I think the hair guides are making it actually harder for me to do this better. Because I know what I'm going for already. Can I lock it from... no. Maybe a different... Wet wash, maybe. Nah. I should really be doing line art first. Nah, I'm gonna start over. I should really be starting with line art. So we've got pens and we have pencils. I think. Yeah, that's better. This is going to be sketching in instead of main draw. Just adding and removing to get the shape that I'm going for. A little bit of trial and error. This isn't exactly it, but it's getting closer. I'm trying to lean back on like a bit of my memory of how I used to draw when I was a little younger. A lot younger actually, because I haven't done it in so long. And how I used to kind of get things done and get my perspective in, because I did some nice pieces, but they're long gone now. I'm just trying to remember how I did a lot of my later stuff. So that's just an imaginary line that puts weight there. I want to make sure the jaw is noted, but it doesn't need to be massive. A little bit. I'm probably going way too detailed for what this needs to be, but what this is. My brain likes to fill things in with detail and then remove the detail rather than, but not even like specific details, just sort of like general shape details or how I'm going here. Because the center line of the face is going to come up through like here. I'm probably going to have the bridge for the nose about here. This is a top-down angle bit. I like this angle. I didn't even think about the angle I was going to go for this. I'm really not really thinking clearly about what I want to do. Ah! Thank you, Squid. But yeah, my style for things is mostly adding and removing material. how I get where I want to go. I'm terrible with like trying to get into stylized for a lot of things. It's like I have to start from a more, I don't know, rigid is what you'd call it maybe, sort of place. Like structure is what I typically go for before color theory. And although I enjoy working with different colors and things, a lot of my vision in art ends up being more structural. I guess I'm more of an architect than a traditional artist. Like a structural creative. This is not supposed to be straight. There's a curve here on the head. Hi sub, huggo. And thank you Ghost, you cute too. Fishy fish. In fact, I actually think that would go around the side almost and curve down into space here. I might move myself a bit. A little higher. Biking you? Yeah. Pulling a bike out of the lake. Actually, here's a funny story. I just went on like an environmental like walk thing when my mom went out when I was younger, and I did actually pull a bike from a lake. A bike, a shopping trolley, and what else? And half rotten boots. Yeah. Fun. probably delete this. So it gets no clarity out of it. And the ear shape is starting to bother me. Should probably... That'll be enough for it. Can be smaller, doesn't need to be that big. And that allows the jaw to come in more. And because the nose comes in above, it's not gonna be bulb there. Be a bit more out this way. So it'd be too low. Let's actually test the liquefy tool. Let's see how that works. No. I'm really careful about it. It does work. I've never used liquefy before, or anything. I'm not sure I like that though, so I might actually just redo that entirely. Because that curves in too soon. You know what I mean by like adding and removing material? I guess I'm more of a sculptor in a way. Like I don't... The way I tend to have tended throughout my life to like do art like this is more in a sculpting way. Like I sculpt the very lines that I actually work with rather than drawing the line art, which is rather than just straight drawing, which is very slow and tedious and cumbersome, but I don't know, it builds more of a structure that I'm working with. So every line I have, I work in this sort of way. I will say, although it's slower, I do feel like I'm better at getting the result I want from it when I do it this way. I can just fix that line because I know that's where it has to end. Probably thicken it out this way now. Bring this down. More that comes off this side. A little bit comes on this side. So when I clear this, you also have a little this is just a guide for where the nose is gonna kinda come in. And then I don't want that there. Mind you, this is only a sketch. Thought I'd try something different before, but this is more my style. It's slow, it's clunky, but you know. Gets me where I like to go. Entirely remove that. I think it needs to be a bit higher. that gives the hairline guide, which I can now use. So we'll have probably a fringe here, right where the hairline begins. Oh, it's higher. From here, and then have it come down, meet at the corner. So this point now is me just figuring out how the hair is going to move. I'll layer up. So the hair will move to the entire back section of the head. Having the ear there makes it a bit funny, but that's the cutoff line for the hair, where it'll sort of grow from. We can make that a little bit better defined too, because we also have. Thank you, Dark Pass. How are you? Has everyone been okay? Oh yeah, the fishing. Squid caught a fish. I mean a pike in fishing. From the lake. Oh, a bike was pelted at me. Ah. Yeah, bikes get thrown. It happens. I think it's a default, actually. It's a default one, I think. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I used to a long time ago. I can ride a bike, I just don't have one anymore. It's been a long time since I rode one. I probably should get one, but now on this layer, I might want to actually change to a brush. A wet wash brush. Ow. Well, what the... What hit me? Ow. It's alright, I mean, you can throw things, it's just... I can feel it. In a way. Realistically, the sound is very startling, and I feel that sound thumping against me. But for other purposes, yeah, I feel it hitting me. Effectively. Yeah, sorry if it's an immersion break for you, but I'm gonna be real sometimes. Other than that, though, yeah, probably best it's not physically hitting me, because that would hurt. Yes, emotional damage. Good thing I'm I'm not too bothered by it. I really should get like another brush. Aww. You want to throw a bear at me? What the? I'm thinking about a brush that might... work better for... hair. Oh, this is cute. Doodle brushes. I'll take this one actually at some point. But right now I'm not bothered with logging in and getting any new brushes. It's more just be looking through the options for a bit. But this should work. If I use the blotting, it should help a lot. Get some area. This one seems to be the one that really does the best for it, but so... this will really just be like the underlayering for the top one. Actually, I really should set up more of a guide without that first. Yeah, I should. Should probably draw it behind the layer I'm talking about for now. Can you rename this layer? We'll put that between these layers. That way I'll actually know what I'm doing. Oh, by the way, if anyone thinks the music's getting repetitive or wants me to change the little soft sounds in the background to something else, I can. Or does anyone else want like something else to do while I'm sketching, so it's not just me drawing badly the entire time? You have something else to do. I know, I might put words on stream on. If anyone wants that. Put that like below. It'll be cozy. You know what? Let's do that. I'll put some words on stream in a minute. You know, I could totally make this lighter into a Zelda theme there. Ear's not really like important in this bit, so I can definitely make it up as a separate thing on a separate layer later. Actually, no, it should only go up here. Bit of color coming in under here. Let's do that within the stream. Let's get that on. Shrink this down just a little bit. So I want everyone to see it. Okay. Alright, let's get that browser source set up. Wow, there we are. I need to fix this one moment. Let's do, yeah. I don't want it to be too small, but I also don't want it to be too big. We can probably fit this over here. Get most of it from the angle. Shrink this down. And then that should be okay. The fishing will appear above it, but you know, what can you do? I think this is good. Alright. And let's do auto. Oh, it doesn't have the audio capture, I think. We'll do that. Should be able to add audio. Yeah. I'll make it a bit quieter. Make it very quiet. Subtle. So now you got some words if you want to do words. Whoop. I think that works a bit better. And then there's this bit. That's gonna come straight down. That's not alright. ends up making the head look too much like a box. I do need to make sure this doesn't have that sort of... Nah, but closer. It doesn't come down much. Comes down further out. So how about... I really should make that a separate layer rather than doing this, but... So this is really just me getting practice back to head shapes. Hi Tojo, how are you? Yeah. Doing a simple bit of a practice on head shapes and hair. Getting back into art a bit. Haven't done drawing in a long time. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Tojo. How are you? I think I might actually... Like, as a warm-up, this has all just been pretty good. This is definitely not the style I should probably be practicing right now. So, I'm gonna do new. And just leave that one. Let's try this over. Yeah, Harpy time. Actually, yeah, I should probably do Harpy stuff. Maybe I shouldn't draw people. Maybe I should draw like banner stuff. I'm not sure. Wait, how do you make that sort of... Yeah, let's see. Can I? I don't actually like the white or background. But then I like it to be a bit more like a warm color. Yeah. Now I want to have it be maybe actually, one moment. Let's see. Let's put this down a bit, and then I'll try this. I might make banner icons for myself. I have an idea on what I want to do. Yeah, I think I want to do a little bit more like, I want to thin this as I go down too. I don't want it to be thicker down the length. I want it to be, I want it to taper. This will probably get to nothing in the end. But it's something. Yeah. I should probably make that a separate layer. Oh, I forgot my Discord was set to invisible. But I'm so stupid. I want to work a little. This is incredibly basic for now. But I want to get good at this too. I want to do like my hairs to come off. Yeah. We'll try again for this. Let's see. I now have some references to the feather structure. I might try and actually play this time too. Well, nose is an obvious one. Is another. It's a C's. think it's a bit further up the line, but I think I'll start with like another layer for this bit. I think it'll work. Like, I just need this to be a rough guide of something. So this will be the rough part as it starts to ease in, and then it goes to a more normal part this way. And this bit goes more sooner. I think this should actually start a bit lower here and then a bit wider up here, because there's a step in the feather. About there. So if I go up to a bit, I don't have the brushes that would make that work, but I can definitely get the color in. I'll be surprised if anything comes of this. This is mostly just me diddling and doodling and daddling and dawdling and dawdling, being silly. I want this to be like a swatch, so I'm gonna put some colors down. On this layer. Some greeny teal. I'll just work up the color wheel a bit. And then I want to add some yellows. No oranges. I want to complement them with orange. Adds greens and browns and earthy colors. And I want some more lighter oranges up this way. And then if I can actually just get that layer above, then I can just swatch off of it. I don't even think that's the right brush to work with. Yeah, a rough brush might work better. I need to lower the scale quite a lot. I know. No, that's not gonna work. Maybe at 9.6 pixels? Maybe we don't do more words. probably make it work. Alright. I don't know how to bring guides in yet. Let's see if we can make this work. Blues. Yeah. I am probably going to just use a pen at first. Or pencil, actually. I think charcoal will actually work really well for this. Just giving that sort of outline. That soft look. You can layer on top and get the coloring right. If I could actually rotate this. Wait, what was the rotation buttons again? Yeah, that's it. Not that. I wanted to get that. I need the curve. I need to come consistently off of that part. Be a bit thicker near the base so I can curve them up more. Bring it out. Then underneath I can give like darker tones and then draw lighter tones on top. Give it that real feeling of a feather. Somewhat frayed near the base, but it'll be more consistent as it goes toward the end. Especially on the bottom, it'll be a little thinner. Maybe I should trim the bottom side already. Yeah. I think I should really do a soft trim though. No, I should probably do a hard trim. Maybe a kneaded eraser. Let's see. Yeah, it should be a bit cleaner. Because that gives a cleaner profile. But it should be after I've done the rest of them. What? Oh, one moment. Hey, you're still in here? Sorry about that. The cat was stuck in my room. I didn't realize. Well, actually, I think I did earlier. No, I did. I did realize, and he wouldn't budge, so I left him there until he'd get me up. I thought I'd get him up before, like, she started stream, but apparently I didn't. I'm forgetful. It's been a lot lately. Prepping for, dental tomorrow. Well, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this stream. You know, it's a bit late and coming in. Because I have other people over. Won't be an ASMR today, but close as I can do. Hopefully there'll be ASMR later this week. You'll be comfy. Too much rotation. Yeah, I needed eraser gave the best result for the bottom trim. I should probably be a bit more careful on the top though, because I do want that to be normal. And I want the top bit up here to only be slightly trimmed. Okay, good. Now, new layer. We want to add cyan over the top. Oh no, I don't want to erase. Wait. No, I'm going to erase it still. I want to do mixing. Yeah. I want this to be bigger. So I want it to be like a rough multiply over it. I want it to be like, maybe whitewash? Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice look. But I want to mask the middle section there. One moment. I want to mask that. Wait, no. I want to make a selection. selection down the middle there. And I want to fill that selection. No, I don't want to do that. I want to make the selection filled. Maybe if I can shrink this down. No, I don't want that. I want a decoration that layer. I need to I want to select everything in this layer. But like everything in that layer. Can I actually paint select? I should be able to paint select. Let me see. Quick mask. No, I don't want that. I want just everything in here to mask. Yeah, that should do. I don't want that to be too much more. That should be good. So that's masked. Well, that's masked. I can now turn these on. And hopefully I can actually draw. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to get one. Those are a little bit harder to find now that they're older, but there should be plenty around. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be a lot softer than that. Maybe a softer whitewash. In a range of 15-ish pixels. Nah, blend layer sounds better if I could. This would be really light. Maybe at 40%. No, that's not working. It's no. How do I deselect that tool anyway? I'm done with it. I didn't mean for it to draw. I'll just select on the thing. Yeah, that fixes it. Don't do too much. I just want it to be like a sweep. And then like another sweep. Water blotting, maybe? No, I don't want it to be like that. Maybe, if it's really big, I blot it through, and now it's gonna be too much. I can kind of just do this. That's it. Very slowly. Throughout sort of lighter blue. I don't want it to be even. I want it to be like sort of swept around. Good. And then I can sort of paint that. Should probably do a wet wash with like an orange. Sort of lie over it a bit, give it that little bit of maybe that needs to be a bit larger to make it even. Reduce the spray density, increase the deviation. It shouldn't be hard-edged either. That doesn't work. Needs to be something around the base. The only really there. Just something a bit firmer. Okay, this is laggy. Yeah, no, this has to be... Yeah, this will work. No, they need to be more spread out. No, more spread out. Wide. I need to make them a bit more. Needs to be wider. But then smaller particles. Much smaller particles. Yeah. Some more teal and greens. Specked on there. Well, hopefully it arrives soon. Okay. Yeah, phone batteries dying is always annoying. It's always annoying. And I can't believe it's a problem. We should have better batteries by now, but physics always limits things. Yeah, the Gamba, the call of the Gamba. Little flecks of yellow and orange, maybe. I think only a few little flecks of gold, yellow, orange in there. Some darker, reddy ones. Gonna dot it throughout, maybe. Give that cosmic hue. I think I need a bit of your greens too. More toward the end. I'm gonna have to erase everything outside of that. There makes sense because it's like one of the prime feathers for flying. The primary feathers tend to have a bit of a jump toward the end on some types of wings. I don't cut into the bluey though, that's the actual feather area. I want this sparkle and light and wonder to kind of stay there. There we are. Now I can kind of go down to the masked area. How do I remove the mask? There we are. I can remove the mask with this. Oh wait, yeah, so that's that. Where is remove mask? is the cancel? I want to just remove the mask effectively. Alright. It's past midnight, so I'll have to close up in a minute. Yep, delete. Wait, where? I see. Yeah, it deletes that selection. And then I can rebuild that section there with a dark hue. So we get the pencil. Go to this layer. Need to make a new layer. Raster layer. And then using that I can make the do you want to be a bit lighter up there? So I think it'll actually just transition to the darker somewhere down. Somewhere down there. I want this to be on the upper layers, so I will want to pull this to the top, because that's going to be in front of both sides, so... Oh, hi Neo! How are you? Yeah, I'm practicing drawing like a feather to make like for a profile banner thing, or just doodling really. It's more of just me practicing art again and getting back into it. Thank you. I was practicing earlier and trying to figure out how to draw like hair and head position, because I had like this was what I was doing earlier. And then I decided to take a break on it because I'm starting to do my head in. But I was going off like how I do structural sort of sketching to get the where the hair guide runs and everything else for the head. I really should have done the ear on a separate layer, but yeah. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna jump back over to the other thing I'm trying to fix. How do I really should try and get a lighter version of this. And then swatch that in. Yeah, I'm gonna swatch that in. Like here, below. See if that works. Well, maybe have it like lighter running through the core. I really should try and like figure out how to make brushes more specific for this. I should probably try and actually but yeah, you inspire me to do art. You and Rain in particular. 2D art, things like this. I did a bit of 3D like modeling stuff when I was in like going to TAFE for game design, and I did some texture editing, but I never got like refined art work. Like when I was really young, I did a lot of sketching and doodles, and sometimes I made some art that, you know, was rather neat, but not anything I would call like good. Well, I mean, maybe a few things, but even then, I'm trying to find a way to be objective and expressive rather than something that's more a dreamscape. Because, you know, there's different kinds of art. There's surrealist post-conceptual art, and then there's trying to actually make something look like something instead of, you know, like you want to have feeling in the art, but sometimes you also want to have it represent something too, physically. I need to then figure this out. And what lighter color should I use for this? I should probably blend the layer. Yeah. Do I have a blendable? No, I don't have a good blend. But why is that not? When I was blending into the surroundings. I should probably turn up the color stretch, turn down the brush size. No, I should probably just run a streak down the middle there first. I don't want it too much. I just want a little bit to mix. Color blend on this layer. I can just get the blend. I don't want it to erase to the layer below, though. I don't want that. I want it to be like... it's like a new color. It's more great, but it's also very white. I don't like that. I should blend it a bit more softly. Probably not smudge it too much. I need a way to blend this that's a bit less. Because it just ends up getting white in there instead of what I'm going for. Maybe pink or purple, and then I want to use the brush, but I want a small brush. So I want to get the wet brush, but then really small wet brush. Not that small. Maybe... maybe that? No, I want it to blend. I don't want it to darken. I want it to lighten. Can I... Maybe I overdid it. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should just make a new layer and then try coloring. No. Too much. It's blending too much. I should probably turn off color mixing just for the initial. No, I don't need overlaying. Not multiply. Normal. That way it won't multiply as I go down. When I was going to TAFE, a lot of my experience was in Photoshop. Is there an under a negative multiply or subtract? Or am I just blind? That's not it. I just want to lighten this. Wait. Is it linear burn? Yeah, no. I don't want linear burn. I want glow? Ooh. Yeah, that's better. If I can pick a really soft. No, not like that. Bleed. Yeah, that's better. You reduce that to like maybe 80 or 90. Maybe 90? Yeah. Because then that kind of works. It's still not quite what I want. I want that to be textured in there. But I need to lighten it. Oh. don't want multiply, I want lighten. Yeah, but I need to shrink this. I need to shrink that a lot. I want it to be wider than that. I want it to be maybe 20. Too thin. 30? Yeah. Really carefully lighten the actual core of this. Leaving the sort of background feel to it. Right. There's have a good lurk. See us up. Very sweet. Boom, 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 Maybe. Turn that off. That looks okay. Oh no, the swatches have to crop off from every layer. I screwed that up. Alright, let's try to crop them off then. Select all the layers, grab this. Cut and paste a new layer. I think we got rid of that, and that works. Okay, there's the swatch we had. So that's still the color layer, that's the overlayer. Here's the root layer, and that creates the feathers. So there's our base feather, and then I can put all of that under one folder. Except I need to turn off that. And then figure out the text I want to put on it. Actually, I know I need to rotate this whole thing. Crud. Right, I can just do this. And then rotate, I guess? Oh god, that's laggy. I really should have compressed it into like one thing. But hey, it worked. Once I calculate how to stop doing that. No, I'm not going to apply that transformation. I think I'm just going to keep it as is, and then I'm going to figure it out later. Text time. I don't want to use a font that already exists. I want to properly draw something in. Alright, G pen. Are there 2-layer? Pens that I can use? Or am I... Maybe... maybe... I guess I can write it. Should I rasterize the layer? I should really write it in a way that I actually like. Yeah, I think that works. Alright. I now need to make it bannerized. I've saved it. Let's do a full collapse of the whole thing. And then okay, let's do this. Wait, no, I want to do a regular export of all the colors. Yep, we'll save that. Begin export, and let's just quickly check if that's really working. Did I get what I was looking for? Yeah, that's it. That's it. So now we have a banner. A little scuff banner. Yay! It's still translucent too. On top of things. Nice. So now if I make that invisible for now. Fit it There we are. There. So saved that. Yeah, I think that worked. I think we've at least made something. Let's see. Maybe... Maybe... Let me see something. I think. Because I could try... maybe a different illustration. Let's try a different color. Draw something else. I don't know what to doodle, really. Oh wait, it's too late. I gotta sleep. I got an appointment. Ah. Ah. Who did that? What was that? What? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you. That was delayed. Was that a delayed thing? What was I hit by? Or did I click something? Anyway, I gotta do this. Boogie. I really gotta wrap this up. I had to clarify a few things and just clean things up. I'm just gonna close. Wait, I should probably save this. I'll call that one head sketching. I'll just try it out again later. Alright. Discard changes. There we are. Alright. So, this has been good, but I actually do have to be going now. So, I will quickly raid and run to someone, whoever I can, send like cozies to, and then go to sleep pretty much immediately. Alright. Where's... I don't want something too energetic. And she's doing Final Fantasy. I think that's too much. Maybe... pizza? No. Yeah. Maybe Echo. Maybe Echo. Alright. I'm gonna drop it off for Echoing. A much better artist than me. Keep you all comfy, okay? Actually, I kind of want to drop you all off with someone a bit more cozy. Maybe someone very, very low energy and comf. Does anyone have a low comfy energy? No, how about too high energy? Maybe. Let's see, maybe. Yeah. I'm gonna drop you all off with Omni Woman. They're comfy. I hope you have a good one. It's not gonna be a raid message. It's just gonna be comfies, okay? I hope you all rest well. Alright. Bye-bye. And thanks for swinging by, Nevo. It was good to see you. Even though it was like only a little bit before I ended. If I didn't have an appointment, I would have streamed longer. Bye-bye.